in a hole. Okay, big day in the shed today, I hope. I've got the body ready to drop on the chassis. Richard is here from Smart Automotive to give me a hand again. To do all the work while I wander around looking useless. One or the other. And hopefully we've got some new Terrain Tamer body mounts. We've got a whole stack of bits and pieces here. If we can get the body on today, get the steering hooked up, takes it to a whole new dimension. Motor runs, we're away. You have to go away now, I'm in a hurry. See ya. Okay, body mounts. This is a set of the old ones that have been in there probably 30 odd years. And you can see, you know, this is the new Terrain Tamer one on the left. That's the old one. Look at that, there's about 3/16 of an inch compression in that. New body mounts are just absolutely delicious. Inside, there's one on each side. So they kind of go like this. That one there. They kind of go like this with the chassis in the middle here and the body sitting on top. And so that gives you a double ride insulation up and down. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's usually the last thing to wear out on a truck is the body mounts, but they do wear out. I've worn them out on Milo. Having a new set just makes everything lovely. In the middle, you've got this steel spacer tube, which we'll have to pull out, clean up, put a bit of lanolin on and squeeze it into there. So you wind up with that assembly, 1, 2, 3, 4 points underneath the cab, and then the mudguards, that's a different setup up front, but it's all joined together. Beautiful, let's go. And getting the old mounts out, you know, it's a bit of a business really. I mean, they've been in for an awful long time. These ones, they're not even the oldest. They've probably only done 5 to 10 years, but even so, everything from the red spanner all the way through, you know, I think you just don't give up, do you? You've just got to keep on going, try not to set fire to anything. Did you hear me, Richard? You can imagine what it's like underneath this stuff, and we're having a ball doing this, I can assure you. It's all part of playing with old trucks. In the end, nothing better to do than just cut it out, but at least it proves that there was metal in the mount. This body, the more we look at it, it has got a few little bits of rust, but basically it's one of the best around. I mean, you know, I've been very lucky with this project. I'm putting my vice to good use anyway, banging away, getting everything out. And then, you know, you've just got to wire brush stuff up, just get it cleaned up, get it ready. It's the only way to work your way through stuff like this. You know that bench grinder? I've had that over 40 years and it still works. I haven't had that tin of P26 that long, but oh boy, do I love this stuff. By crikey, it is the ultimate for just about everything. But even this time around, nothing's going to free this up. It's just stuck, as you'd expect, with so much age, really. That's what's caused it. And you've got to think where the body mounts sit. They're underneath the truck, they're in the mud, you know, sitting over wet grass, salty beaches, you name it. If it's going to do some damage, that's where it'll do it.
It's on the fence now.
Cool. Hey, one piece of pipe. Thank you. Just got to find some more spaces, so we're into the old trippy. You know, in the normal service life of a vehicle, 40 or 50 years in the case of a really good Toyota 40 series, no one ever replaces these things, which is why they're stuck. Look who's just showed up. Mr. Landcruiser, Paul Reed. He's here to pick stuff up, but he's also here to drop stuff off. How are you, mate?
G'day, good thanks.
Excellent.
Time for morning smoko.
Yeah, you're just in time. We're just about to make coffee.
Excellent.
Hey, the old unlock flag's doing well.
Yeah, needs a new one for this tour.
Mate, it's looking very swish, the old truck, with that coat of paint, eh?
Yeah, a bit of rust cut out.
What do you got? Oh, you got a 60 series back end?
Yep, got your backing plates.
Righto.
And,
Paulie's a beaut bloke. Hey, if you're looking for Landcruiser parts, including these ones we're wheeling up here on the trailer, get along and have a look at his Facebook page. That's probably the best place to start. Mr. Landcruiser.
It took the 5 of us to shove her on, but it wasn't that hard.
We only managed, out of 3 40 series trucks, bits and pieces lying around here, we managed to salve 2 of these, okay? 2 of those little spaces that slip into the rubbers. And there should be, out of that lot, there should be 12. And there are, but they're just impossible. 40 years of wear and tear. So, I think this is really ironic. The only bit of tube I can find in the whole shed that'll do the job is an original Land Rover jack bar. And I didn't really want to cut it up, but I got no alternative. So there's going to be a little bit of Land Rover in Milo too. Should be okay.
Oh, it's really good having the hoist to do this, I can tell you. First time I ever did one of these jobs, I did it with car jacks and bits of wood. And there's no photos left of that, which is probably a good thing.
Every time Mr. Smart here gets here, things seem to happen at lightning pace. Anyway, body's just about ready to go on. Mounts are in place. Plenty of the old copperies on everything this time.
Definitely.
So we're not going to have that issue of it coming apart. If it comes off again, ever, in its 40-year lifespan. What do you reckon? Are we going to Lanatec on the rubber?
Yeah, I've done that already.
Oh, you done that already?
Landcruiser ready to go.
I missed that. All right, let's get into it.
Right.
All righty. Is this?
Tell me.
This is the original bolt, 1/2 inch. I can't see yours. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. My side is almost right. Hang on. Started front.
Yep, started.
Started.
Lovely. Ready?
Okay, hang on. Want to watch this, don't want it to buckle. Okay.
Down?
Yep. Even the dog's worried about this. Oh, it's going on like a greased.
It's locked out.
Oh, mate, in like Flynn. Glorious. Okay. So, that was really easy, thanks to a whole lot of preparation work. Now all we got to do is put the bottom end on. These ones will go up the front, and they'll go up the back. If you'd ever... Oh, be quiet, dog.
Well, we can get the arms out now, come on.
If you ever do this, just be aware that one side has steel on and the other side doesn't, depending on the application, okay? Some of these have got steel on both ends. Have a look at the way they came apart, but a little bit of logic, and if you just look at them, they're all different. All 8 pieces that make up the 4 mounts, they're all different. Goes together like Flynn.
It's school holidays, so my lads are out giving me a hand, which is always appreciated. Teaches them about things too, eh? I mean, you know, you get your lads out there doing things, they learn stuff. And this time they're learning that Dad really likes his Terrain Tamer gear, I can tell you.
Oh, okay, what we have here is the rear axle out of the 61 series. You know that one we bought to get the motor out of? Well, what we've got to do is whip the backing plates out because they've got the handbrake mechanism. Because we've gone to the 12HT and 5-speed, we don't have the little handbrake on the back of the transfer case. You know, that one that never works. So we're going to get the 60 series handbrake backing plates, which will go onto the rear axle we got there in the 47. And then all we need to do is weld a little mount on to take the pivot, and we can run 60 series handbrakes. And they don't work much better anyway, but at least we'll have a handbrake.
Some things just don't want to come apart, do they? We want to be fairly careful about this because I don't want to bust anything. I want to keep everything for spare parts.
Here's a bit of a tip that I only just worked out recently, okay? I used to look at premix coolants and think, why would you bother? It's twice as much stuff to take home. But you know what? When you buy a premix coolant, you are getting the exact ratio that you need. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the water that the company's using, you know, when it's a company like Penrite, you can bet on it, is perfectly filtered so that there's no chance of you offsetting any acidity or alkalinity. They're the trick words, aren't they? So I guess the whole point is if you want to, you know, bung coolant in your system and run it the same coolant for 5 years or 10 years or whatever, then you really need to start with pre-mixed coolant, because that is going to be exactly right. Now, it's only taken me approximately 50 years to work that one out, but gee, it's a good tip to know, especially when you're building a new truck that doesn't leak. Yay! Whew, big day. Body on. Whole lot of other stuff sorted out, and look at this. Richard's, I just found a clutch master cylinder out the back there, Terrain Tamer one, and pretty much slot the gear stick in, put a milk crate in and go for a drive. There's not a lot to stop me doing that at the moment.
So I'm inside trying to give it a bit of pump anyway, and Richard's outside trying to bleed the slave cylinder. The problem here is we've got a new master cylinder and a crabby old slave.
Gee, mate, we don't need brakes to play. We've got a clutch and steering.
Don't worry about the brakes.
Brakes optional, optional. We've got trees in this yard. We'll be right. Okay, anyone from Workplace Health and Safety watching this? Right, you should never do this, all right? This is totally ridiculous, stupid, dumb, but the body's on and the engine works. So a bloke's got to have a go, hasn't he? We've got a clutch, we've got a gear stick, a bit low on features. Could be interesting. Bomb shoulders! Right.
All I got to say is that I've had, you know, a lifetime of being a total idiot, so I guess one more time won't hurt. Anyway, here goes. Let's give it a go.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole! Yes!
Just before the safety Nazis get me, I'd better point out that I've had a lot of experience driving trucks without brakes too. I mean, you know, all the trucks we used to use in our mining days, most of them very rarely had brakes. You sort of got used to it, you stayed out of the way, it's a big place.
Goes like a beauty!
Oh, look at the dogs going crazy. They're having as much fun as me, honestly. I mean, and don't worry about them either, will you please? Oh. Look, my dogs aren't stupid. We've played this game more than once. Anyway, a couple of laps later, they've had enough, especially the old blue dog. But me, I could have kept on going forever. And I guess I will with this truck, once we finish the rest of it anyway. Oh, what a beauty!
Be alright if the seat didn't move!
You just wouldn't believe how good that motor felt. And the gearbox, oh, the whole plot is just feeling like magic. This truck is going to see me out. Beautiful!
Fantastic! We got a way of stopping it?
Yeah, mate. Ready?